The moment I stopped doing just three simple things, everything in my financial life changed. My income skyrocketed to over $10,000 a month, and before I knew it, I was making over $1 million a year. It wasn't by working harder or chasing more opportunities. It was by letting go of behaviors I didn't even realize were holding me back. The first thing I had to stop doing was seeking validation. This is something most people struggle with, whether they know it or not. Seeking validation can come in many forms: trying to impress others, needing approval, or feeling the constant need to prove yourself through the things you own or how people see you. Maybe it's wanting others to think you're successful because of the car you drive, the house you live in, or how much money you make. But here's the truth. If you're constantly seeking validation, you're coming from a place of lack, a place where you don't feel enough as you are. For me, this became most evident when I was 19. I dropped out of college, decided to write a book, and faced rejection from every publisher. Friends and family thought I was crazy, and the doubts crept in. I just wanted people to see that I wasn't a failure, that I was on the right path. But in doing so, I was chasing approval rather than remembering why I started this journey in the first place. As long as I was seeking validation from others, it blocked me from attracting the success I truly desired. It kept me stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. The second thing I had to let go of was seeking constant confirmation. I used to obsessively check for signs. Is this working? Am I on the right track? Is the money coming? The issue with this is that when you seek confirmation from your environment, you're telling yourself you don't already have what you want. It keeps you in a mindset of scarcity. If you're constantly looking outside yourself for proof that things are progressing, you're reinforcing the idea that they aren't. And when you don't see results immediately, you start overanalyzing. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe this isn't meant for me. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I don't have what it takes. When I stopped seeking confirmation, something powerful shifted. I knew deep down that success was already mine. I stopped checking for signs and started acting as if the results were already guaranteed. That belief in myself, without needing constant evidence, opened up the floodgates of success. I stopped focusing on the lack and began focusing on the certainty that my goals were on the way, even before I saw the physical proof. By letting go of seeking validation and confirmation, I was finally able to tap into the flow of true abundance. When I stopped coming from a place of lack and started coming from a place of knowing, the money, the opportunities, and the success flowed into my life without resistance. So, ask yourself, are you holding on to validation? Are you waiting for confirmation before you take the next step? If you want to shift your financial reality, it starts with stopping these habits. Let go of the need for approval and the obsession with external signs. Trust in yourself and in the process. Believe that what you desire is already on its way. One of the most transformative steps I took was reprogramming my subconscious mind through success hypnosis. It became a game changer for me. I started listening to success hypnosis every day because, honestly, I didn't need to ask myself whether it was working. I knew it was. Why would I doubt that I was on the path to attracting more money, more success, and more abundance if I could already feel it in my bones? This wasn't just about wishful thinking anymore. I closed my eyes every day and deeply immersed myself in these affirmations. I literally hypnotized myself to believe that what I wanted was already here. Back then, I was broke, my wife was in debt, and nothing was going right. Every publishing company turned me down. Self-publishing my book seemed like my only option, but even then, I wasn't sure if it would ever work. But once I started reprogramming my mind through hypnosis, I dropped all the doubts. I began to vividly picture my books being published and sitting on bookstore shelves. I saw my YouTube channel gaining traction, even though back then, YouTube wasn't the powerhouse it is today. I didn't even have a channel at that point. But I believed. I aligned my thoughts with success, and it was as if my mind built the reality I wanted before the world ever saw it. I remember talking to my best friend, Matt, the other day, and he reminded me of the time when I was 19, telling him I was going to drop out of college, write books, and make money on YouTube. He said, "You didn't even have a YouTube channel back then." But I did something most people don't do. I went to all the hypnotists in town, and I got hypnotized not just once, but repeatedly. I told myself, I'm going to be a millionaire author. I'm going to be a successful YouTuber. Even though the idea of making money on YouTube wasn't even a thing back then, I believed in my vision. What I realized was that success doesn't come from hoping or wishing anymore. It comes from knowing. Once I stopped needing confirmation from the outside world, my belief in myself became the confirmation I needed. I knew the success was on its way, and it was already here in my mind. That's the shift, moving from belief to knowing, from wishing to knowing. If you're ready to start programming your subconscious mind for success and wealth, I highly recommend you try my free financial success hypnosis. It's one of the fastest ways to align your mind with abundance. It's free to use and available for you at the link below. I've made it easy. Just listen for a few minutes every day and watch as your mindset shifts toward attracting the abundance you deserve. Now, if you're still with me, drop a comment below. I'm with you. Let's move on to the third thing I had to let go of to start bringing in more money and success. The third thing was jealousy. I had to let go of jealousy for others who had what I wanted. At first, I didn't even know it was an issue. But it became crystal clear when one of my good friends, who had started his book later than I did, got a publishing deal. Here I was, self-publishing my first book, hustling at farmers markets, and selling books from the trunk of my car. I had spent years dreaming of a publishing deal, but my friend got one before me, and I felt that sting of jealousy. I realized that jealousy doesn't help anyone. It only blocks your abundance. So, I learned to bless others' success. I had to celebrate their wins, even if they were things I wanted for myself. When you see someone with what you desire, instead of feeling envious, bless it. Send positive energy their way. Celebrate their success because that energy will come back to you. It's the law of attraction. What you focus on multiplies. So, if you want more success in your life, you have to clear that energy of jealousy. Celebrate others. Bless their achievements. And know that your time is coming. And if you're ready to take your mindset to the next level, check out the free success hypnosis link below. Start reprogramming your mind today. Your dreams are closer than you think. We've all been there, looking at someone's success and thinking, why are they on that vacation? Why do they have that car or that jet? They should be doing something better with their money. It's easy to criticize others, but deep down, it often comes from a place of envy, not from genuine concern. We think, why should they have that success while I struggle? But the truth is, their journey and how they choose to spend their success is none of our business. It's between them and the universe. What's in your control is what you do with your thoughts, and those thoughts are actively shaping your reality. I came to a powerful realization. Instead of criticizing, I had to start blessing what I wanted for myself. When I first began working towards my goals, especially with things like creating content or growing my platform, I found myself feeling bitter and jealous of those who had already achieved the success I desired. I'd feel inferior and discouraged, like I was missing something or wasn't good enough. But I realized that every time I saw someone else succeeding, I could choose to see it as proof that success was possible, not just for them, but for me too. I could see their success as a sign that my turn was coming, that I was on the right path. You see, when we criticize or envy someone else's achievements, we're unconsciously telling the universe, no, I don't want that. I don't want success. I don't want prosperity. It's like saying no to everything you desire. I used to do this too. Feeling resentful of someone else's accomplishments, thinking they didn't deserve it or that they were bragging. In doing so, I was closing the door to my own dreams. Instead, I had to learn how to say yes to my desires. Saying yes means blessing others' success and seeing it as a sign of what's possible. The more we bless and celebrate what we want in others, the more we open ourselves to receive it. Think about it. If someone else gets the book deal you've always wanted, that doesn't mean you can't get one too. In fact, it's proof that it's possible. Their success isn't taking something away from you. It's showing you that what you want is achievable. Every time you bless others' wins, you're telling the universe, yes, I'm ready for mine. You're shifting from a mindset of competition to one of creativity, a co-creation with the universe, where you allow spirit to guide you to your highest potential. It's not always easy to break out of old habits of jealousy or resentment, but the process of healing and reprogramming your mind is absolutely possible. So how do we start? I know this process can be challenging, but there's a powerful tool I created to help you. It's a free financial success hypnosis that reprograms your subconscious mind. Because let's face it, a lot of this negativity is happening behind the scenes. It's just a habit, one that's been with us for so long that it feels normal. But it's not, and we can change it. I invite you to try it for just a few minutes every day and see the shifts in your thoughts in your life. This tool is free, and all I ask in return is that you come back and share your success story. Whether it's a new job, a creative breakthrough, or financial abundance, let me know how it's working for you. I'm so excited to hear your stories of growth and transformation.